So we are in collections and we are looking at dictionary and we're looking at dictionary methods, and the last method that we're going to look at is the default method. This is the last of all of the methods. We've looked at everything else before, and the set default method returns a value of an item within a specified key, and we've seen how we can do that in other ways. But it has one extra advantage, which is if the key does not exist, insert the key with a specified value, and we're going to see an example below. So let's create this example. We should let's go and make our standard dictionary by copying one that already exists from above, because we've done that many times. So we've got our standard dictionary and we can print it out, and that's our dictionary. And we're just going to try and see what happens here. So let's do d.setDefault and open brackets, and we see here that we're going to get, it does return us something back, so we want to get a result. And so result, we would assign it to the value like that, and we want to put what we want to, the key that we want to find. So let's specify a key, and we will try, for example, Alice, like this, and then we will print out the result just like this, and let's see what happens. And we get back the value of 10, but we could have done result is equal to, and then d brackets, and then select Alice, and that would have returned us, and do print result, and that would have achieved the same thing. However, the difference being that if we selected a name that didn't exist in here, we know that we would have needed to do a try except block and so forth. So let's just have a go at this and do what if the value does not exist. So we're going to need to do a check one way or another. So need to do a check. So we'll enter into our usual checking pattern. We don't have to do this type of pattern. We can do something else, but we're going to enter into a checking pattern. And this time we know that, or we're going to result, put something in that we know is going to fail. So D and then Darren, because we know that doesn't exist in the dictionary. So we're going to try this. It will fail. And we will then do, if it does fail, which we know it's going to, we can do D of Darren is equal to, so we can create a new key value pair, and the key is Darren and the value is 10. So if it doesn't exist, let's create this new key value pair. And we could run this outside, and then we would need to print out, let's print out our new dictionary. So print D, and we would get our new dictionary there, and then we would that would be successful. So this would work. But let's just do this instead. We will accept exception as E, and put something like print could not find, and then I believe that we are going to get back that, and we will just comment this one out. So we get could not find Darren, because the error message that gets thrown if the key doesn't exist, if that key value pair doesn't exist, the key doesn't exist in the dictionary, the actual error message is the key itself. So it says could not find Darren, and when we print out the dictionary, we just couldn't find it in there. So we did have a method to do it, and we'd have to put it in this try except block. We could have done some other type of check, like an if statement. So there's a few different ways that we can approach this, but one nice clean way that's provided to us by Python is this, which is the result is equal to d.setDefault. So we're using this setDefault method, and Darren doesn't exist in this dictionary, but when we look for Darren, if it doesn't exist, then we get back a default value for Darren, and then we can print the result just like this, which gives us back 12, but more importantly, we can print the dictionary itself, and Darren has been added to the dictionary. So we can make a nice little statement here, which is print a nice little F string and result has been added to the dictionary. And also we could put, I wonder if we should do this yet. Why not? Let's do this. We will put name equals Darren, because we like to replace anything that's going to repeat it, and we are going to repeat this, so we'll put name here now, and we will put name, comma, result, which is name, and the value which is going to come out of it has been added to the dictionary. So let's just test and see if this works. This is probably quite nice, and indeed we've got Darren 12 has been added to the dictionary. In fact, it would be added as an item, which is a tuple like this. So Darren colon 12 has been added to the dictionary. So this set default method is quite convenient. We can, in like one line, if the item doesn't exist, we can actually replace it with a default item. One thing to check is if we leave this blank, I'm just wondering if we get a none in there. Let's just have a look. Yes, we do indeed. So we could actually leave it blank, and it will add a key value pair, but the value this time would be none. So that's kind of like optional. So we could put in a value, or we could omit the value. So the value is optional. If there's no value, we'd get a none. So that's how the set default method works in Python. It's the last of all of our methods for dictionaries, and we're then going to move on to a new section.